Macro Structure Trading Desk. Execution Note. Update 2. NQ. Asia, London, New York. January 8th. The New York session closed near the intraday central pivot at 25.727, following a late rotation higher from Micro 4 at 25.626. That late push returned price to a key decision area, but acceptance above the central pivot was not sustained into the close, leaving structure unresolved heading into the session transition. The transition from New York into the Asia session failed to hold the central pivot, erasing the late New York rally. Price rotated cleanly back toward Micro 4 at 25.626, re-engaging the lower portion of the daily structure and shifting focus away from the upper band. The Asia session continues to trade within the middle of the daily range, oscillating around Micro 5 near 25.671 as the session approaches its close. Price remains balanced at this stage, with no sustained acceptance developing on either side of the structure. Cumulative delta remains positive, indicating ongoing buyer aggression across recent rotations. However, that aggression has not translated into acceptance above the intraday central pivot at 25.727, suggesting absorption rather than continuation at this level. Below, Micro 5 at 25.671 continues to act as a balance zone, where positive delta reflects participation without directional commitment. A sustained failure to reclaim the central pivot keeps the lower band in focus, with Micro 4 at 25.626 acting as the next structural test. A shift in delta behavior at that level would help clarify whether downside rotation is being accepted or defended. Lower structure continues to guide the Asia session, with Micro 5 at 25.671 and the intraday central pivot at 25.727 remaining the key reference points. Acceptance back above the central pivot would reopen scope for a rotation toward the upper structure. Failure to reclaim that level keeps focus on a potential rotation back into the lower band, spanning Micro 4 through Micro 1, from 25.626 down to 25.525. This structural framework is expected to carry forward into the London session as Asia comes to a close.